Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. With all the things going on in the world, I think the one fundamental thing, anytime there's innovation technology such as AI and it grows, what happens? We want to get back to human connection. We want to get back to certain things that we need to be able to do fundamentally. And I go back to this concept of self-awareness. Truly looking in the mirror, and being honest. I want all of us to think about it from this context or this perspective. When you think about high school and college, did you ever hear the terms emotional intelligence? Did you ever hear the term self-awareness, where we're really honest with each other? Probably not. And I would tell you that I think we here at Progress Coaching have uncovered a unique opportunity. And that's something called the F10 assessment, where we get 10 sets of feedback from people of our own choosing that give us insight to how we're perceived. Because I think perception isn't always reality, it's someone else's reality. And it often can counter what we talk about all the time. That wasn't my intention. Yet it's the greatest form of coaching we can give ourselves. And that's to ask people for insight, perspective, feedback. What am I doing well? How do I handle conflict in your eyes? All of those things. And what it does is it cultivates a mindset shift. See, I think with AI, when we think about people and the trepidation it causes, is this going to replace my job and all these things? I just had a conversation with someone. I said, look, I want you to be fully self-aware. And I want you to be really honest with yourself, like you're talking to yourself. So I kind of build it up and she goes, what is it? I go, have you prepared yourself to navigate and adjust and be agile with AI if it does affect your job? And she immediately started talking and hedging. She goes, well, not really. I said, okay, stop. What are you doing? She could not answer it. She was telling herself a story to feel good in the moment. And what she was doing was actually blocking her own self-awareness. We all do it. I do it. You do it. So what we have to do is be conscientious of how we deal with things realistically. Think about our political landscape in our country, in the United States. We can look at videos and both sides can see absolutely polar opposite things. It's amazing. And both sides probably tell a story that they want to have versus, is this the real story? I once watched a motivational speaker, one of the best things I've ever seen. And someone said, what's the key to someone's success? And what is the greatest blockage people give each other? He said, it's the same thing. It's the story we tell ourselves. See, I go back to my youth sports of coaching. And I just got the nicest note from an ex-player years ago. He's engaged now. He said, Mr. Hagen, you were the best coach I ever had. He said, you always cared about the team, but you always cared about me. The kid never started, never played much. I said, wow, Josh, that means a lot to me. I said, I didn't know you felt that way. He said, you were just fantastic. My senior year was the best year because I got to play volleyball for you. He didn't play much. I was not aware of this. And so sometimes, and the parents walked out in the parking lot, and I know his dad and his wife, and Mike came out and said, this is such a great experience. I said, Mike, he didn't play much. He goes, Tim, it's not always about playing time. I said, gosh, I'd love to hug and kiss you right now. He started laughing because that's not always the case. Because when we see our kids, we don't see faults. We see he's not playing. The coach is being unfair, not these parents. And they are rare. So we cultivate the story. The coach doesn't like my kid. He's not playing. Happens all the time. And what happens to the kid? They know that that's going on, so they start to convince themselves, it's not me. My parents even said the coach doesn't like me. What happens? We start to practice a lack of self-awareness. Therefore, we have to practice creating self-awareness. If this intrigues you, send me an email, tim@progresscoachingleader.com. I will send you a sample of an F10 assessment and how we can help people cultivate self-awareness. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.